All right, everyone. So I'm going to go down the line with all the astrology and see what you can expect for the next 7 days. So the first thing that we're going to do is Aries. And let's find out what I can tell you for right now. My Aries, what do we need to know? Aries. What? 3 cards flew out right away. So we have the Two of Wands, the World card, and the Knight of Wands. This is interesting because when I saw this, the Two of Wands, the first thing I heard was there's no two ways about it. And what I feel like is that done is the time where you were conflicted as to what direction you should do and go towards in the future. I feel like there was a period of time where you're like, should I do this or should I do that? Should I go up or should I go down? Should I go left? Should I go right? And I'm feeling that is coming to a completion. And what you're feeling is this passion for life and this desire to go forward in something. So let's find out what this is all about. Individuality. And there goes the 11 again. Look at that. That's number 11, and this is the Two of Wands. So it kind of looks like an 11. That's crazy. So yeah, I feel like maybe the reason why you were a little conflicted, Aries, to make this decision to go forward is because you were thinking about everybody else. Oh, this person might get hurt. Oh, what about this person? Oh, what about this other thing? And I feel like that's being turned off, and you're being like focused on what it is that you need to feel happy, content, your full cup, and to feel secure. So I mean, this is good. I feel like you're in this energy where you're anchoring down into the reality that you want, and the way to do so is to really focus on where you need to be so that you can fill your cup before you take care of everybody else. Okay, I just finished hearing a meme that was talking about how God never said that you're supposed to give people of your cup. It says you should be giving people of your surplus. And I think that what you're starting to realize is that you've been giving people of your cup and not of your surplus, and it's been depleting you. And now you're going to be focusing on you. So I'm liking this, my Aries. Next, Taurus. Energy of Taurus. What do we have to tell you? Oh, they said not this one. Let me grab this deck over here. Mm-mm. Energy of Taurus. What do we have to tell you, my Tauruses? First of all, I do need to point out that as soon as I tuned into the energy of Taurus, I felt like this weird tunnel thing in my ears, and then I got a little dizzy. So there feels like a shift of energy around you. It might get you a little bit out of balance until you learn how to work in this new energy you're in. Oh, look at that. 3 also. First thing, Page of Wands. See, this is what I'm saying. New energy. It feels like there's probably some new action you're taking, a new direction you're going in, a new flow in your life, a new passion, and you're still like in apprentice mode in it. You're still naive to it, like you're not really sure if it's good for you, if it's not good for you, etc. And I felt this shift because it was like I felt dizzy for a second and my ears kind of went weird. We have the Hierophant in reverse. This is actually good, and this actually validates the Page of Wands in reverse, because what it's kind of saying is that you're breaking old patterns of beliefs that used to be you. So let's say that this can be something religious where you used to be Christian and now you're deciding to open up the door to Buddhism, right? Or it can be something as simple as a belief system about yourself. Oh, I can't do that because I'm too dumb. And you're like, you know what? I'm not dumb, and I'm going to do this for myself. So that's a breaking of a belief system that formed you. And the Sun in reverse. This is interesting because the shift, it's breaking a belief system, but it's also putting you in the dark for a little bit. And I think the reason it's putting you in the dark is because you're actually entering into a realm that you're not familiar with. So I want to see a little bit what oracle deck you get for that. Whew. Mm-hmm. New life. It definitely feels like growing pains. You know, when you are trying something new, you're not really sure about this new step you're going into. You know it's the right step for you, but you're not sure what to expect, how the schedule is going to affect you, etc., etc. This is what I'm seeing here. So, I would say give yourself some grace as you're adjusting to this new reality and this new way of living your life. There will be times that you go backwards where you return back to the person you were and then you're coming back to the front. That doesn't matter. It's as long as you keep trying to go forward, that's what's important. Okay. But I am seeing a big shift. I'm seeing that you're new to this shift and I'm seeing it's going to make you feel a little uncomfortable in the beginning. All right. Next, Gemini. What can we tell my Geminis? That's interesting. These cards are just like flying out. The first thing we have is the Ace of Swords, which is the truth, right? We have that with the Queen of Wands, which is going to empower you. The truth will set you free and make you strong and powerful. Releasing a really heavy burden that's been on your back and moving you into calmer waters. I do feel like you've been going through a lot of really difficult moments in your life, Gemini, because I don't know, some people are trying to block your flow forward, right? This one reminds me of the Six of Swords in this one is really interesting to me because the swords are sticking up off the water. So instead of getting in a boat and moving on to the other side, you're kind of like trying to avoid obstacles that are in your way. And I feel like some truth will be revealed that will remove the obstacles that are trying to stop you from getting to your sense of wholeness. Wait, I said not this one. They want an angel card for that one. Yes, and we have the energy of Ariel, and it says, Keeper of Mother Earth, love nature, heart-centered, being outdoors, abundance of natural things, care of earth. I help manifest the fulfillment of physical wants and needs and manifest your care of animals and the environment. Rose quartz, 2 weeks, inspired action. So I am seeing like a period of abundance that's coming into your life, a period of calm. I don't feel like it's an abundance of money though. I feel like it's an abundance of calm and peace. I feel like there was a lot of things that were in front of you that kind of tried to, like, all you were trying to focus was, I just want to be in my inner pieces, right? And these things just kept popping up, trying to obstruct that peace. And that's what's being removed. So this looks really positive for you. So, but I did tell you this week is a positive week. If you haven't seen the astrology, check it out. Next thing we got is Cancer. So the energy of Cancer, which ones do I want? I want these. What do we have to tell my Cancers? I'm not putting timestamps on this because I do believe that we have a little bit of every single sign in our zodiac. And this is a collective reading, so that means it's for everything all together because we're being influenced at all times by all signs. So, Cancer. Ooh, that's interesting. Cancer is has the opposite of what I see in Aries with the the Knight of Wands in reverse instead of upright. So the first thing we have is the Hierophant, followed by the Two of Cups, followed by the Knight of Wands in reverse. This is interesting because it feels like you're strongly deciding that you want to have a commitment with a second person, but the other person is not having it. I want to clarify this more, but I'm like, no. I'm just doing, okay, how about if I do one for each person? So tell me about your side on this. Okay, we have the energy of the shape shifter and it came upside down. All right. And so it says projecting an image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. So I feel like you want a connection to the second person because it's going to benefit you, Cancer. And the other person? Ooh, we got two. We got two that came out for it, and they both came out upright. One is Judge. It says balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. And the second one that came out is Dilettante, and it says delights in the arts without having to be a professional. Alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. So I feel like the second person that you're trying to connect to is kind of like feeling that the only reason you kind of want to be in this connection with them is because of what you can acquire from them. And this can be in everything, you know, this can be like, you guys figure it out. Anyways, it sounds like the person's not really down for this connection. Okay. They're judging the situation. They're noticing that they're going to have to give you more than you're going to give, or that their takeaway of this connection is not going to be for their greatest good. And they're just going to be like, I appreciate the offer, but I don't think so at this time. Okay. Okay. So let's go for the next one, which is Leo. That one was unexpected. The Cancer energy. Leo. You know what? I just need to clear a little bit of that energy of the Cancer. Leo. Okay. So what we're seeing here is you being stuck in your head. Okay. So the first thing we have is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is talking about something creative or something that's coming out of the blue that you weren't expecting. And instead of seeing it as a good thing, I'm seeing you feeling holy shit about the situation. The Eight of Swords is kind of feeling trapped and stuck in your head because of the situation. So something comes up, you're like maybe somebody has, oh, this great idea, we should try la la la, or some new project is happening in your community or whatever. And instead of seeing it in a positive energy, I'm seeing you feeling, holy crap, I don't want to deal with this. This is going to suck. And then we have the Star in reverse. I guess what I would say for you at this moment would be one of those things of check in with your higher self. I need you to meditate on this creative endeavor. Don't see it negative right off the jump. See the potential with it. So tell me a little bit more about this. It's because you're afraid of the unknown. So we have the card of number 5, the unknown. And so this change that is happening, though it seems like it's a good thing, it's a surprise that is coming out of nowhere. It might really be a good thing, but it is something that is outside of your routine. It's something that makes you feel uncomfortable because it's outside of the routine. And I guess my only suggestion to you would be, if you took a minute, don't react, but take a minute to just meditate on the situation and open up to a situation a little bit. You're going to see how there is great potential in this. It's just new and different. All right. Next thing, Virgo, number 6. What can we tell you, Virgos? As soon as I saw that, the first thing I heard was don't throw away your potential. But the first thing that we have is the Page of Swords in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse is feeling like you just don't want to. So Page of Swords can be lying, like a not a liar, but a something that is spying on you, etc. But this time, I feel like it can also represent learning something new, expanding your mind into a new horizon, acquiring new knowledge. And it being backwards is kind of like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I don't want to learn something new. I don't want to move in this new direction. I don't want to. I just want to stay where I'm at, which is a very Virgo-y shadow aspect. Okay, that's a shadow aspect of Virgo, like kind of like I'm over it. Then we have the Magician, and that's interesting because you have all the tools to move forward with an idea that you have, but here you are taking the idea that cup used to be in the cloud, taking the idea and just dumping it. Why? Because you don't want to go through the effort. Like, it just feels like I just don't feel like it. As soon as I pulled out the Page of Swords in reverse, the only thing I heard in my head was, I just don't feel like it. Okay, so let's see about this. Why are you in this energy of, I just don't feel like it? Okay, so we have the energy of the poet, the energy of the hunter, and the energy of the pilgrim. So, though the idea seems like so awesome, like creative, yeah, we can do this. Oh, this seems like fun, blah, 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 whole mess of stuff. The other issue is the amount of work that you're going to have to invest in it and the distance that you're going to have to go to get any kind of turnaround. So this can be something like having to go back to school and you're thinking, oh my God, I have to invest like 3 years of my life to be able to finish that, or 4 years. Or it can be something like, you know, I don't know, like you want to revamp your kitchen and you need to, but then the thought of having to take down everything and organize everything and having to cook out of a small section in your kitchen until everything gets like redone or whatever just seems like way too much work, and you're like, I don't want to do that. And so it's more like and this is also something that is very prevalent in the shadow aspect of Virgo. You're stuck in the planning stage. So there is like, everything has to be perfect, but it really doesn't have to be perfect. It's procrastination, just so that you don't have to do it because, oh, it's because I don't have this. Oh, it's because I don't have this. Oh, I need this other thing, just so that you don't move forward. That one I can't give you any advice for because that's a choice. And you need to choose what will be for your greatest good. If there's a lot of hymns and hums like I'm not sure, maybe you should consider why it is you're not sure to do it. Maybe it's something you really don't want to. You're just thinking you might want to. I don't know how to explain it except for that. All right, next thing, my Libras. Let's find out for you what I gotta tell you. We have the Two of Swords in reverse. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Hangman upright. Okay. You have justice. You are working on or are just done disconnecting from something that has kept you in a lack mentality. Your connection to your higher self, to your guides, to all that higher knowing that you're supposed to have is still not established. I'm going to let you know because of this. Do you see how the Hangman and the third eye is not, it's empty? and then there's no neck that connects the head to the body. That tells me that for me, the throat chakra is your gateway from heaven to earth, right? As above, so below. And so the fact there is no neck there tells me that that gateway is still blocked. So you just disconnected yourself from something that was really distorting you. You're still not connected to your correct frequency to be able to move forward on something. Oh, see? That's interesting. Hold on, let me put that there. You're still in the process of grieving, and then we have friendships. So you're still in the process of removing this attachment, this energy, this thing that you were really was taking so much from you, to be able to accept that connection with your higher self yet. So I would say give yourself a little bit of grace. This is a time for you to kind of just allow yourself to be. It's not to jump to the next thing. So yeah, give yourself a little bit of grace, and you'll see how things are will start to connect correctly in the next couple of weeks. But definitely right now you're just disconnected from something because you finally removed something that was taking from you. The next thing is the energy of Scorpio. Which one do I want? This one. Oh, that's interesting. I want to see what this one is. Okay. We have the Death card in reverse. The first thing I can tell you is something's not over yet. Then we have the Nine of Cups. And this one's interesting because there's little kids watching as this guy is starting to fill his cups. And then the third thing is the Lover's card. And one lover is picking up the other. There is a connection that you have, a relationship with a second person, that is not over yet. You haven't finished this cycle with this person. I feel like a lot of people are looking into your relationship with this person and wanting to see what you're going to do next. And right now, your biggest focus is on filling your own cup. So it's not like it's completely over. It's more like, I need to do me right now, take care of me right now. You're not the center of focus of this narrative. And so I'm going to start filling my cup and take care of myself. And then we'll talk when I'm ready. Then I can lift you up from where you are, and we can discuss how we can move forward. Yeah, so there's here a relationship that is not over yet. I want to see about you and about them. Hold on. You? There you go. The Fool. And we have fearlessly revealing emotions, helping people laugh at not disturbing, absurdities and hypocrisy. Do you see that? I've just recently learned that this is like something that they use for trauma situations, like people that have been experiencing domestic abuse or very bad traumatic situations. They have things like this where they pretend to be happy, but then inside they're crying. And that's like kind of like a logo that some of these groups that help those individuals grow, that's like a logo they use. So right here, I feel like you're starting to take care of the wounds that you carry, and that's you filling your cups, right? It's not about the other person. It's not about attending the other person or fixing the other person or fixing this relationship. It's about me right now because I'm not in the right space to fix this relationship. I'm not the person that I should be if I want to be in this relationship. So I'm going to start taking care of me and for right now. The other person, gambler. We have willingness to allow intuition even when others doubt you. Willingness, oh, not to allow, to follow. Willingness to follow intuition even though when others doubt you. So this person, the one that you're not wanting to be in a relationship right now in because you're taking care of yourself, this person, I think they are very intuitive. I think they are connected to themselves and their higher self. And I think they're going their way. They're doing the fool's journey in their direction the way they're supposed to have. So I think this other person really doesn't mind that you're taking your time to kind of figure out you before you get back together with them. But it doesn't seem like a relationship's over yet. Okay? All right, next one. Sagittarius. I'm going to pick this one because the card in the bottom is Temperance, which is Sagittarius. So I think this is definitely for you. Whoa. Okay. This is insane. Okay. We have three major arcana. Wait, we have three major arcanas. Okay. And like a minor. So we have the Tower card in reverse. So there is still a block or an obstacle that is present. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse, but you are not stuck. Okay, so the situation might be congested, but you're not the stuck one in this situation. It's external situations that are stuck. You're moving forward, right? For you, the Tower, this didn't break you apart. You're like, this is not over because not because of you, but because of others, because you're unstuck. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse, so you're unstuck, right? But others are stuck. Okay, so this is why the Tower hasn't come down because of the fact that really your Tower hasn't come down. You're fine, but also the Tower hasn't come down because others around you might be stuck while you're unstuck. But look at this. Then we got the Sun and the Moon after each other. That's an eclipse. That's a complete 180 of your energy. So there's no Tower for you. Everything is going gravy. You are unstuck. You are unbothered. And for you, you're going left while everybody's going right. I'm not interested in what is that phrase? Not my circus, not my monkeys. That's what I would say about that. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I think I'm not, but whatever. So tell me more about this. Oh, I heard no, the angel cards. Tell me more about this. Shut up. We got 13. 13 is the death card on this and on regular tarot. And it's Baradiel. And it says, Angel of Hail and the 11th hour. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. It says offense and defense. Hail Mary pass. Take a risk. Reincarnate. Grants long life. I will help you find courage to do things you are afraid to do and help you pull off the impossible. No cause is lost. We have the Onyx, 2 months, pray for our guidance. Legit, right here, it looks like you're coming back to life. You're taking risks. You have a Hail Mary pass, so you're good to move forward. You have a great offense because you have an amazing defense and you're moving forward. So like, that's all I got to say about that. The next thing is Capricorn. What do we have to say for my Capricorns? These instantly called me. Whoop, you got 2 and 1 more. Oh, that is 3. Never mind. Look at that. So we have the Temperance with the King of Cups and the 2 of Wands. I feel like what I'm going to tell you here at Capricorn is that you have changed a mentality inside yourself. Like it changed a wound, changed like a mindset that kept you stuck for a long period of time. And that means that you have grown emotionally significantly, because the King of Cups is all about emotional balance. You know, you have mastered your anger and your emotions, and they are in peace with each other. And so I'm seeing this Two of Wands energy, which in this case looks like a new walkway, a new direction that your life will be going forward towards. So I think something new is entering your life. Let's find out what this is. We have Purse. Pay attention to your finances. February. Club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Camel. Persevere and you will overcome the problem. I think this is the emotional thing. And then vacation. Okay, so what I feel that happened was that you were potentially in a financial pinch, like a lack mentality, or something was being taken from you when it comes to your material well-being. When this was happening, this has been happening since February, that you've been really tight in your finances, and it's because somebody was sending probably the evil eye or blocking your manifestation energy. And this can be through gossip, right? When somebody, because I can't get over the wind elemental here, you know, the guy is blowing, which reminds me of the swords, and that's wind and mind. And so it's all about people talking behind your back and doing things that were limiting your finances, and they were working behind your back, and that's the Club. You persevered because you learned how to live through the situation with less than, right? So like a camel, you don't need a lot of water, but you know how to retain your water and manage it so that you can survive. And now is coming this energy of the kite, the door that's opening, the Two of Wands that I'm seeing. It's actually like a break. So warning, and this is important for you to know. When a person's going through this break period of time, a lot of people feel like they're doing something wrong because they feel stagnant. They kind of want to keep doing something, creating something, expanding in something. And this stagnation is actually like a reset. It takes a couple of months for the energies to start flowing again, because the reset has to happen. Okay. I wanted to let you know that. But yeah, it looks like you just passed this like massive test or something. The energy of Aquarius. The first thing that flies out is the Three of Emotions. That's the Three of Cups. The next thing that comes out is the Moon card. And the third thing that comes out is the Nine of Emotions. So I can really go very metaphysical, witchy on this, and it feels kind of like in with the power of 3 during the full moon, somebody made a wish that will be affecting you, that is affecting you right now. I want two more. Look at that. Shut up. Blocking your path, Nine of Wands. Forcing you to go in a different direction, Two of Wands. And that's number 11, which is the new path. This is an interesting reading because it feels like there's an influence on you with this last full moon we just had. Whenever you've seen this, like the last full moon we just had, there was something influential during that time, like a wish that was casted. And wishes can be like a ritual, a prayer, a manifestation, something that is going to actually affect you by blocking one path for you to go through, having you have to look for the next path that you need to go through, which wasn't the original path that you were going to. That is, tell me about this because this is freaking weird. This made my stomach kind of rumbly, just to let you know. Number 30th, Jeliel. And it says, Angel of Mental Force and Calmness. You see, it's something, okay. Battles depression, serenity, tech support, reveals lies, stop overthinking, clarity. I fix gaps between the mind and the emotion and help navigate complex situations. I told you this was complicated. Complex situations and people who play mind games. I done told you. This is like a casting. Pearl, January, be assertive. Okay, look. This feels like a casting. I mean, I didn't feel it for any other sign, only you, Aquarius. But it feels like somebody did some kind of ritual here. And the ritual, actually, it actually feels pretty good, actually. Okay, so let me tell you why. Because it says, battles depression, serenity, tech support, reveals lies, stops overthinking, and clarity. I feel like whatever prayer, intention, ritual, etc. was made for the Aquarius or towards the Aquarius will actually clear this person's mind. And in clearing their mind or clearing their perception, this might be a collective thing, you know, like God put this into action or whatever, I don't know. In clearing your mind, the path that is being blocked actually doesn't feel bad. It feels like the wrong way. And now with clarity of mind, because the person is kind of looking for the next path, with clarity of mind, you're going to look for a path that is true to you and not distorted based on somebody else's influence over your mind. I don't know if you did a ritual yourself of clarity. That is interesting. I definitely remember saying for people that for the monthly readings and the full moon, you should do a clarity ritual if you're seeing this when I'm making it. So that's interesting. A road opener. I've asked for people to do road openers. Somebody must have listened because this is definitely a road opener. It's good. It's a good energy. When I first saw it, I was like, this is not good. But now it looks pretty good. Okay. Last one, Pisces. What do we tell my Pisceans? No, they told me no. These ones. That's the nice thing about having so many tarot decks. You can have one for every single person can have something different. Okay, let's see. This one's harsh. Okay? So Pisces, the first thing we have is you fighting with your own mind. 5 of Wands. Like your mind is beating you up. But you're fighting with your own demons at this time. And these 8 of Cups in reverse, they don't want to let you go. These demons that are talking to you. So it's kind of like all these negative thought processes, all these negative words you tell yourself, all these self-defeating things. they're like hitting you hard right now. But I remember saying something about Pisces going to 2.5 years of um, karmic clearing, and that sometimes means that you have to confront your inner voices and your inner demons. Um, and then we're seeing the energy of the Tower. The reason it's happening, and this is important for you to understand, be mindful not to attack anybody during this period of time, these 2.5 years. You can do like return to sender, but do not put a specific person, place, thing, or energy on it. Just return the feeling that you're experiencing, the negativity that you're experiencing, the negative effects. Return that to where it originated from. I would do it that way, not to a specific person, because your mind's playing tricks on you. You can do that. And I would recommend any kind of mental work. So anything that has to do with like clearing childhood wounds, shadow work, things like that, counseling work, things like that would be good, because you're confronting your own demons at this time. And it will 1,000,000,000% feel like you're being spiritually attacked. It will 1,000,000,000% feel like somebody is sending you some evil eye and whatever. But it's a flushing of your system. So the more you attack a specific person, the more it's going to ricochet back to you. So like I said, I told you how you should do it, just so that you can avoid hitting yourself in your own ass, but you are confronting your own demons. Okay? For people that are casters, people that actually do ritual work and stuff, I can say that things that you might have casted and sent out into the world is all coming right back. Okay? And you're actually fighting with all the things you pulled up. And we have a saying that says you never should pull up something that you can't take down. So keep that in mind. Okay? So let me see a little bit more of this. Okay, so we have the 6th house. It says service to others. I done told you. It was like something you might have casted out for somebody else. What is good for us and your work? I mean, it's I'm not lying to you. It's 100,000,000%. Oh, shut up and look at the bottom of the deck to confirm. Is the sign of Pisces your dreams, your idealizations of, and be a part of something overwhelming. So you're actually confronting your own demons. Now, mind you, and let me explain for the people that don't do black magic, as they say they never do magic, etc., etc. Every time you have envy for a person and you're like, that bitch, she always gets good luck. And it's not like if you really desire something bad for the person, but you're just like, it's so unfair or whatever. You actually created an entity. Because it's your electrical being, and so whenever you think something very strongly, you're actually projecting that image externally and sending it out to whoever it is that you were focusing on at the moment. This is the reason why they tell you should be mindful, and then you should be in the present moment at all times, because we can inadvertently create energies that are hurting other people because of envy, because of anger, because of greed, because of I don't know, lust or gluttony or whatever. We all have there's 7 cardinal sins for a reason, right? They manifest from all our energy centers. They're electrical impulses we send outwardly. Okay, and we can either project something positive or we can project something negative. And so, knowing or not knowing, it has been created, and they're all coming back towards you so that you can put down what you brought up. And so, again, try to avoid attacking another person, or letting your mind trick you into believing that this is some kind of black magic being sent to you or a spiritual attack being sent to you, because it isn't. It's more along the lines of your own creations coming back home. Um, I I like a book regarding this. This is it's called Psychic Self Defense by Dion Fortune. The book is like forever old. It's from the like 1920s, but she had been explaining in that book about this situation that she had with another caster while she was learning, and she was meditating and she got angry and she started thinking about the scenario they had with each other, and when they did that. She actually manifested a werewolf, and it showed up in the corner of her room. It freaked her out and it left, and then other people were seeing it, and she talked to her like shaman guy that was teaching her about that situation, and he had said that she created it with the power inside of her, with her light. And so now she needed to call it back, and she needed to retake it in, and then also process that emotions and release the emotion so that it doesn't go out again and try to attack again. So I guess long story short, everything that we send out in this world sooner or later will come back to like visit us. And so in this period of time, especially since you guys are going through the 2 years and a half of this karmic flush out, right? You will be confronting a lot of them. Now, for people to say, well, I'm not a Pisces, I don't have to worry about it. Please check your birth chart, because if you, wherever Pisces is placed is where this energy is going to be influencing you. So it doesn't necessarily set you free from anything, actually. That's the reason I'm not putting timestamps. That's the reason I go through all the zodiac signs, because every single sign are influencing us one way or another, because we are part of this wheel of the astrology, and every single pie slice is affecting us in one way or another. So thank you for seeing this video, and we'll see you the next time.